Prague is known as the heart of Europe. It was, before the current pandemic crisis, it was known as the most important European destination, and people from all around the world were flocking into Prague in millions. Prague is also known for its fascinating Jewish history. Though we know quite a lot about Prague, there are still some capsules which are not so known for common public. Everybody knows Franz Kafka. Everybody in the world considers Franz Kafka to be an icon of the 20th century and beyond. And they know that he was living in Prague. Without Prague, there would not have been Franz Kafka. Without Prague, there would not have been this famous literature known as the Prague Circle, because it was not only Kafka. There were many people who were writers, composers, philosophers, and many other European intellectuals came from this background, because it was a triangle, it was a trilateral, really match point of three cultures, of Czech, German and Jewish cultures. Sometimes it said it was only two cultures. It was the German and the Czech cultures, and the Jews were somewhere in between on both sides, and they were the glue. They were the ones who were combining all these influences, all these sources. And that Prague was on its peak in between the two world wars in the 20s. And this is where my father started to write his novels. He, as a famous journalist, was reporting on daily life of Prague and its people, not only of those we know today as famous names, but those ordinary people from everyday life, every day or every night life in Prague. And his novels had a very, very important, significant role in describing something which was called the unique phenomenon of Prague. His novels, unfortunately, were never released in a book, only now. After many decades, we were successful in bringing a series of novels which are devoted to Prague, to its life. And this has been released only now, few weeks ago. The book, called The Novels from Ancient Jewish Prague, was something which was expected a long time ago. But in the 50s, during the communist rule of Czechoslovakia, it was absolutely not possible to publish them, because the communist system was not in favor of Jews, of Jewish culture, Jewish literature. It had to wait for more than 6 or 7 decades that this kind of a survey and description of Prague was published now. I hope that these books, and this will be not the only one, we are planning to have a series, that these books will be also translated into English, and that a wide audience will be able to get acquainted with the incredible stories, incredible novels, but also with the incredible, unique and never repeated and never repeatable atmosphere of ancient Prague from the turn of the 19th and 20th century. So I hope that also many people in Israel will be able to get to know the Prague of not only Franz Kafka, but the Prague of unique Jewish culture.